What's going on, guys? Before we get into our AEW review, we're going to enjoy this parking lot brawl once again. It was fantastic. It was amazing. I'm sure you guys wouldn't mind seeing this one more time. So here we go. A little extra just for you guys.
Santana trying to motivate Ortiz.
Yeah, they're signaling out Trent here. Looks like they're setting out for that double.
Glass shattering.
Damn.
The back of Trent.
Oh my God. Holy hell. Holy hell.
Oh, see the power bomb. And then watch this. Watch the windshield.
The double power bomb. Trent is back.
The epidermis ripped right through the glass. Or the glass ripped through the epidermis.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, they went for Trent, and it's given now Chuck a chance to retaliate.
Chuck's trying to choke out Santana. Here goes Ortiz. But Chuck, about to drop that bat.
Chuck's trying to end this match as quickly as possible. He knows that Trent is out of it.
Mm.
How in the world can Trent his feet?
The board turning into splinters. Elevation into the trash cans.
Oh, my God. I've seen crazy things, Jerry, and I know this has to be some of the craziest we've seen.
This is the most amazing street fight I can remember calling in my career.
And Santana, you can see, still gasping for breath after being choked by Chuck Taylor with that bat.
Damn.
Trent is just a mess. You are seeing the remnants of one of the great rivalries in AEW Tag Team Wrestling. My God, and they're not done.
The lumber is breaking. The splinters are flying. And flesh is being ripped apart.
Look at the blood all over the concrete. My God. This is what it's come to between these two teams. Big right hands being delivered by Ortiz. Santana taunting Chuck Taylor.
Could the end be near for one of these teams? How much longer can both these teams survive this situation?
Look at Trent still trying to pull himself up. I can't believe this.
The heart of a champion.
Yeah, I agree, man. Oh, down he goes again. Chuck. Santana is just yelling at Chuck. And, oh, right hands.
Look at those hard rights. Right to the temple.
Boy, back and forth and back and forth.
Clean shots.
Lefts and rights. Chuck's trying to cover up. He might be done. I think he is done.
Based on how the rules were explained to us, the referee cannot stop the fight. Pinfall, submission, or surrender.
Well, they got two referees, which is good because they're pairing off many, many times. I don't know what. It seems like they've. Oh my God, it's a lead pipe.
Look at that gleam in the eye.
He's going to absolutely break his skull.
The evil Santana.
What is that?
What the hell?
Oh, the orange punch.
Oh, he's got something on his hand. Orchard got something on his hand.
That's a steel chain.
It's a chain.
Wrapped around his fist. Orange Cassidy has knocked out Santana with the orange punch. And Santana just unsteady on his feet.
Oh my God.
This is surreal. This is absolutely surreal.
What are we seeing here?
Orange Cassidy delivering Santana up to Chuck Taylor. But look at this, Ortiz. Oh,
Damn.
pile driver.
For God's sakes, a pile driver.
Oh, look at this. Trent, what in the hell? He's got Ortiz.
Shit.
Crunching. 1, 2, 3.
What an amazing fight. What an amazing spectacle.
Winners of this fight. This. I can't believe what I've seen here. I'm going to remember this forever.
Orange Cassidy came in the right place at the right time.
I said Santana and Ortiz were headed to war, and this was...
What is going on, everybody? Back with your AEW review. Awesome show last night as AEW won in the ratings again. They didn't quite get 1 million, but they were around 900K. They got 886, I believe, to NXT's 689. per Brian Alvarez. So NXT's in the mud. They need to go to Tuesday. Why would they not want to be on their separate nights where the ratings make them look better? I don't know. They're just so petty for Vince to try to keep 100 to 200,000 viewers away from them. The extra 50 plus that goes, oh honey, can you reach me the remote? I can't watch that AEW. It's too much gymnastics going around, and I need to stick to the slower paced wrestling. And that's most of what their audience is from. But another win for AEW. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I did a test with the intro to see if YouTube would give me a copyright for that. So like, you know what, fuck it. I'll take a hit just to have a cool intro on the video. It's not like I'm not going to link it anyway. So we'll see what happens, guys. If you don't see that intro again, that's probably why. I thought I'd just give it a chance to see what happens. So we started off with Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone welcome us to the show before we went right into the ring. Jurassic Express was waiting for FTR, so basically they had the jobber entrance. When the Young Bucks came out, super kicked the ref for no reason and left without saying anything. I'm kind of liking that new attitude from them. FTR mocked them as they walked by backstage before heading to the ring. Dax Harwood started off against Jungle Boy and used his size advantage to take control right away. He and Cash Wheeler exchanged tags and double team moves to keep the young man isolated. Jungle Boy used his ability to hit a few drop kicks to turn in his favor. Once Luchasaurus tagged in, FTR was hesitant to engage with them. As you can see, I don't read these before I record because I already watched the show. And Harwood and Wheeler used the distraction to attack him from behind. The tag team champions kept the pace steady as they used the mat wrestling techniques to keep their opponents on defense. Luchasaurus missed Wheeler and dove into the crowd at one point. This allowed FTR to team up on Jungle Boy and get the win by cheating. Very, very good match. I thought that was a grade A. I didn't think that was a grade B. But I liked that match a lot, as I'm sure most of you did. Oops, my computer playing games with me. Then another great match that followed that was Frankie Kazarian versus Hangman Adam Page. These guys can go, and oh my goodness. Let's see if this is from the match. Let's play that.
Let's play it, Frank.
Yeah.
Oh no, here's what happened before the match.
No, man, I gotta work later. Thanks, though.
Okay, all right, yeah, sure.
We are here with Hangman Adam Page, coming out of All Out, where, of course, as the world knows now, FTR, they are the new World Tag Team Champions. So, how do you feel, man?
I feel all right. Ribs are kind of bruised up and stuff, and having a hard time kind of getting back to feeling 100% after like the humidity and all. But otherwise, I'm feeling good.
Okay, don't give me the general athlete wrestler stock answer. Come on now. How you feel?
Oh, you know, All Out, we had fans, right?
Yeah.
A few hundred, not many, and they weren't close. They were pretty far away, but you
Right.
could still kind of see the look on their face,
Sure.
and you could have heard them, but I didn't. For 30 minutes, I didn't hear anybody make a sound. It kind of felt like everybody was holding their breath
Really?
because they felt like it was inevitable that Kenny and Hangman were gonna fall apart and they were gonna lose the tag titles all out. And it wasn't inevitable. It didn't have to happen.
Sure.
FTR shouldn't have been the number one contenders in the first place, and that's my fault.
Wait a minute, so you're blaming yourself?
You know, Kenny was right. Matt and Nick, the Young Bucks, they are the best tag team in the world. They should have won the gauntlet. It's my fault. It's my fault that I've lost two of my best friends. It's my fault that I was stupid enough to think that because FTR, they look like me, they talk like me, they walk like me, that they were like me. It was stupid enough to think that too. I don't know. I feel like.
Okay,
I know on the inside, I'm just like everybody else, full of blood and bones and
Sure.
meat, but I feel like from head to toe, just full poise.
Okay, so after the match, I'm sure you saw on the replay, Kenny Omega looked like he was going to hit you over the head with a table, and then he storms out past the Young Bucks to try to reconcile him. Couldn't do it. He was upset. So where do you guys go from here?
Me and Kenny have had a lot of problems, but we've had a lot of victories. And through every one of them, we've managed to still be, despite everything, the best tag team in the world.
Absolutely.
And now that we lost the tag titles, it's just a matter of climbing back up to number one, getting that title shot again, and reclaiming our titles. I know this is probably our toughest test, but like all the rest of them, we'll get through this one too.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck to you, man. Hang in there.
Of course, that is not the case because Kenny Omega clearly wants to do a singles run. So interesting that Hangman said that and then Omega said the opposite. So that happened last week, and this week Kenny Omega joined the commentary team to watch the Hangman take on Kazarian. Omega was clearly conflicted about Page, judging from the way he talked about his former partner. Page and Kaz had a furious lockup to start the action. They made a clean break in the corner to show that both men wanted to have a clean competition. Kaz got in some offense, but the first half of the match belonged to Page. The Hangman used everything in his arsenal to keep his opponent at bay. As they fought throughout the break, Kazarian began to make a comeback. They traded big lefts and rights until Page hit a fall-away slam and a shooting star press for a near fall. Kaz caught him with a cutter a few minutes later for another 2 count. Both men hit several impressive counters, but they couldn't seem to keep each other down for the pin. After a lengthy exchange, Page hit an awesome buckshot lariat for the win. This was a great match from top to bottom. Really, really enjoyed this. And they got a grade A, which they rightfully deserve. MJF vs. Jobber number 7840. This match was so fast that if you blinked, you missed it. So I think they have a highlight of this. Let's see.
Mark Sterling Esquire looking on.
I think Sterling's very fortunate that day.
Okay, well, we're not going to watch that again. Because to me, that wasn't that great. MJF faced a local competitor and defeated him in less than 10 seconds by taking him down into the Salt of the Earth armbar for a submission victory. He grabbed the mic after Wardlow threw his opponent out of the ring. MJF said he is an honest man and Moxley cheated during their match at All Out like MJF never cheated. He said moving forward people were to call him the uncrowned AEW champion, and he forced Justin Roberts to announce him by his new title. He teased joining one of AEW's stables. Who that would be, I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Leave your comments below on that. Then Private Party versus Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. This was really, really entertaining. I think they have a future as a tag team. Early in the show, Matt Hardy was found backstage after having been attacked. He appeared to have an injured knee as Jericho and Hager mocked him nearby. Hager started for his team and had a tough time combating the speed of agility of Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy. Once YTJ got the tag, he turned the tables and took control. The veterans had control for most of the match, but the young high flyers were not about to go down without a fight. After a hot tag, Quinn took down Jericho and Hager with a flurry of quick maneuvers. After getting the win with the Judas effect, Jericho kept attacking Cassidy and locked him into the walls of Jericho. Quinn made the save, but the damage had been done. They gave him a C+. I thought at least a B. Then this was their best women's match to date. Thunder Rosa vs. Eva Lise for the NWA Women's Championship. A lot of you said a lot of good things about this match. I agree. Definitely awesome. Hikaru Shida was shown watching from the crowd as Rosa and Eva Lise squared off for the NWA Women's Championship, which marks the first time this title has ever been defended in AEW. They started by trading arm drags and various counters to establish that they are equally skilled. Rosa was the first to hit a series of moves to take control and scored the first 2 count. As the match continued, both women started showing signs of the damage they had done to each other. They never slowed the pace down too much, but they did it enough to show they were hurting. Eva Lise failed to win with her finisher and gave Rosa the opening she needed to hit a tombstone piledriver, which was awesome, for the win and retain her title. Grade A, I completely agree. A lot of good action in the first hour and a half of the show. Then you had a segment with Lance Archer and Jon Moxley. And I love how Archer comes out to the ring just beating the shit out of somebody. Archer came out with Jake Roberts to talk about going after Moxley's AEW title. They were soon joined by Taz, who made Archer promise to give Brian Cage the first shot at the belt if he wins it from Mox. Moxley came out and was grabbed by a fan who turned out to be Ricky Starks. He and Cage ambushed the champion in the stands and beat him down until Will Hobbs showed up with a chair to make the save. Mox grabbed the mic and introduced Hobbs as one of his partners. He said Darby Allin would be his second partner in next week's 6-man match against Cage, Archer, and Starks. Grade B-, I would say B. Definitely a cool moment. Then you had the Best Friends versus Proud and Powerful, which I showed you everything you need to know about that, and there's just so much action. But I'll run through it real quick. So we had Santana and Ortiz showed up with a small skull-like face paint for the parking lot brawl with Best Friends. All 4 men immediately started brawling as several wrestlers cheered them on. Trent put Ortiz under the hood of a car and slammed it on top of him several times before both men hit sentons onto the hood to do even more damage. They set a piece of plywood across the bed of a truck, but Ortiz found his signature batoon and used it to take out both men. He had a slingshot that sent Trent's face into a tailgate. Neither team had the upper hand for long, which tends to be how fights like this go. The longer they went, the more violent they became. Blood was spilled. Bodies were broken and property was damaged before Orange Cassidy emerged from the trunk of a car and hit a huge punch to Santana with the chain wrapped around his fist. Chuck Taylor hit Santana with a pile driver on a car while Trent put Ortiz through a piece of plywood to get the pin in the win. Sue arrived with a repaired van to give the winners a ride home. She made sure to flip off Proud and Powerful before driving away. Very, very awesome episode of AEW Dynamite. Next week looks stacked, so I know you guys are going to enjoy that. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, please subscribe, leave a like or a comment, and I will see you guys back here on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown and then the recording on Saturday. And again, before we go, make sure you guys sign up for Audible, audibletrial.com for a free 30 days for only $1. Get your free audiobook of your choice, and if you don't like it, you can cancel anytime. Until next time, guys, take it easy, and I'll talk to you soon.